16 weeks. That's how long I've been interning here. You know, this is my 5th internship, and it's always a weird feeling. You spend all this time onboarding, learning about the company, meeting new people, acquiring new skills, and just when you finally start getting into the groove, it's over. This is what my final week as a software engineering intern looks like, and also a few things I learned along the way. Whenever there's free lunch at the office, which is once a week, I like to get there around noon. But today, I go to the office at lunchtime and then I see that all the meat is gone. Today is Indian food, so I should have planned ahead and come a bit earlier. I mean, free is free, so I'm taking it either way. After lunch, the interns have a boxing lesson with one of the more senior developers. He's a very cool guy and very fit. The man finishes the session with a hit circuit, which leaves me completely destroyed and sweaty as balls. I realized that showing up to events and talking to other people, especially the interns, is a very rewarding part of the internship. I've had a fully remote experience before where I never even met anyone in person. The only interactions I had were in Zoom meetings, pixels on a screen. It wasn't very fulfilling and I didn't make any real connections or friendships. This time around, I hung out with the other interns pretty regularly, which made my experience a lot more memorable. When it comes to actual work, I'm going to repeat what you've probably already heard before, but it's far more important to be a good teammate than to be a solo carry. Let me explain. You will go further with good interpersonal skills like communication, attitude, and curiosity than if you're technically cracked but can't collaborate well or work in a team. After work today, me and some other intern friends are going to hit up the climbing gym and hopefully get a crazy forearm and back pump.
That's a B6.
B6 easy. Boy. How's it, bro?
Hey, look at this dude. As I approach the wall, I think to myself, man, I gotta get this. We can't have 3 L's in a row. So I breeze through the beginning, I climb, I get hold after hold, and then I get to the section where they failed, and now I'm scared shitless. So I stall, I wait, I try, and I fail. Well, that was kind of disappointing. I looked to my hand as if my hand was the problem and not my skill. I suck. We finish off with a quick sauna sesh and then head out. I used to think interns would get a return offer as long as they did as they were told, but that's not always the case. I've learned that the best thing to do is to be proactive and be in charge of your own career. Within the first month, you should let your intentions be known to your team, whether it's to get a return internship or full-time. That way your team can support you better and tell you if you're on track. Today is Wednesday and I'm pretty sore from yesterday's workouts. Whenever I need an energy boost, I head to the cafeteria to consume some caffeine. Coffee isn't really my thing, something about the taste, I just can't get used to it. I prefer tea by a long shot. Another thing I learned over time is to pay close attention to what the company culture is like and if it aligns with my goals. Culture is top down, so I like to take note of certain things like, are there layoffs currently happening? What's the onboarding process like for new hires and how are they treated? How do people with seniority behave and collaborate with other people, among other things? Now, of course, for bigger companies, there will always be pockets of good and bad, but I think everyone prefers working with positive, capable, and collaborative people. I'm no chef, but I actually enjoy cooking when I have time. And so today I'm making some tomato and egg with some extra vegetables on the side. I said I enjoy cooking, but that doesn't mean I'm always good at it. Yeah, I completely destroyed the eggs. They're supposed to be more chunky, but I don't know. Mine came out an abomination this time. I also burned myself trying to serve the rice, so I guess I need more practice? Despite all that, the meal was pretty good, so maybe I can be a chef. Today is Thursday, there's a back to school event going on, there's decoration around the office, and also different employee resource groups are tabling and offering some freebies. The company called in some food trucks, so this is the second free lunch this week on my last week. you know, I'm loving it. After lunch, we've got back-to-back events. First, a Kahoot game against the Toronto interns. We ended up losing, but that's okay. We'll get them next time. Next, we have a scavenger hunt. The game was planned by a couple of full-timers who were ex-interns. It was honestly very well planned out, and it's clear that they put a lot of effort into making it fun and challenging. Unfortunately, our team didn't end up finishing it, and it was getting late, so we dipped. Today is the day I give back this amazing M3 MacBook Pro and lose all access to my accounts, like my work email, GitHub, and Slack. My team came in person for one last lunch. We're going to the exact same spot I've been to my entire internship. I'm not even lying, I went to this exact place in my previous day in the live video. The sandwiches never miss. I love this place. In the afternoon, I got a few final things to do before I give back the laptop. First, I need to clean up my documentation and also consolidate my work journal. I learned to keep track of a work journal where I write down my contributions and learnings. It's nothing complicated, I just jot down a few bullet points of what I work on every day. That way it's very easy to remember what I did these past few months, and it's super useful when I update my CV and prep for interviews. So I just handed back the laptop. A few other interns already left and we said our goodbyes. Before I kick myself out, I gotta get in one more ping pong game against my boy. I got some pretty good shots in, but I lost. So yeah, that was the last week of my internship and some of the things I learned. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave, you already know what to do.